Hey guys, welcome to my weekly sport talk where I talk about NRL's latest news, which kicks off in just 8 days, the NBA and the events in regards to the A-League over the weekend, as well as my A-League tips, my NBA bets and NRL news. Anyway guys, let's get into this video. I'm really looking forward to this. Next week when I make this, it will actually be 1 day until the NRL season. And next week, I would love to do a Q&A. So if you guys want to comment or send me questions on the Facebook page or my Instagram, I'd love to answer your questions for a Q&A video in regards to the 2020 season. But you guys can ask me anything. Anyway guys, let's start the video. So guys, in regards to NRL news, there's been opinions from the experts at NRL.com in regards to who will be the buy of the year. When I go to the poll at the bottom, these are the people who have been predicted for buy of the year. Valentine Holmes, Latrell Mitchell, Brody Croft, Joey Leilua, Api Koroisau, Ryan Madison and Jayden Brailey. I think Ryan Madison is potentially the buy of the year. I'm not being biased towards Parramatta Eels here. I think Valentine Holmes will be a great player, but I think being an NFL, it might take him a while to get to that X factor. He'll be great nonetheless. I could see how good he was in the trial. I just don't know how much I can take him over. I also want to say Joey Leilua is at 19%. He's the second favourite. I think Joey Leilua is a massive shoe-in for the buy of the year. I'm predicting the Tigers to get the wooden spoon. That's my opinion. However, I don't mind what is happening with their team, and especially what I saw at the trial. A lot of line breaks from him. He looked really good. Interesting news, Jack Bird looks like he has won the race to fullback over at what club? Brisbane Broncos, which means where will Jamayne Isaako fit in? Who knows? So this will be really interesting. Curtis Scott is allowed to play in round 1 by the NRL. So Maika Sivo and Curtis Scott, who are both going through court cases, have both been cleared to play in the NRL. Kearney sweats on Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. Opinion for and against. Will the Eels break their drought? So when there was an article saying will the Eels break their drought, there was, so if we go yes and no, yes, 47%, Moses will lead them to the promised land. No, 53%, it's more of a heartache for Eels fans. Absolutely agree with this one. I'd love to see the boys win a premiership. I just don't think we're there yet. I think we've got a good squad. I think we're building towards it. Maybe next year. I don't know. I don't see it this year. And I'm really worried about all this hype. Jesse Arthurs has won the race for Brisbane's right-hand side wing. This is really interesting. Again, forcing Jamayne Isaako out of the wing, out of the fullback position. I wonder where he'll start. I don't think he'll start. He might be a bench player. He might be a reserve grade player. I think he's a great player, but it looks like they're giving new light to new players at Brisbane. And I think it's a very smart move by them as well, if I'm being honest. I like what they're doing. Canberra Raiders. John Bateman hoping to trim a week or two off his recovery time. So John Bateman is rumoured to return in round 11. He's now aiming to return in round 9. I know yesterday, I'm trying to find the news. I know yesterday Parramatta re-signed Sean Lane on a 3-year deal. There's nothing here in the news, but we did. We re-signed Sean Lane on a 3-year deal. Not bad there. Happy with that. Simply the best new rule. Clemmer, a fan of the cap. So David Clemmer's a fan of the Captain's Challenge. Darren Lockyer supports Jack Bird at fullback. Remus wants to play left centre, so Remus wants to play left centre rather than on the wing, which means that Josh Addo-Carr could be coming to the Bulldogs. Who knows what's going on there? Ash Taylor realises it's time to take charge. George Williams adapting to style at the Raiders. I think that's just about it. Who will make the top 8? The NRL experts have their stay. Let's see if there's any wild ones. So we've got the Bronco. I could see it, but not that wild. Panthers in 6th. Rabbitohs in 8th, only just making it. And Eels as minor premiers. Wow, okay. Wow. Eels in 4th. West Tigers in 8th. Knights in 6th. Broncos in 7th. A lot of people have the Broncos in their 8th, which I wouldn't be surprised. A lot, actually, a lot. Another one. Can you vote here? Cowboys 2nd. Wow, okay. Manly 3rd. Storm, Roosters, Rabbits, Sharks, Dragon. Sharks again. Knights. Storm 8th. Wow, okay. Big calls here. Sharks again. There's no crazy ones as of yet. Anyone having the Eels missing the 8? No, it doesn't look like it either. Just trying to see. Yes. Jonathan Healy. I expect the Cowboys and the Panthers to be among the teams for a finals berth, and Parramatta are forced out. Parramatta 7th. Eels 7th. Eels 5th. Oh, here we go. Who will be premiers? Let's vote this. So my prediction is Rabbitohs. Let's see what the people think. Eels 10%. Roosters 15%. Rabbitohs 10%. Raiders 12%. Where's Melbourne? 7%. And Sea Eagles on 8%. Okay, very interesting there. That was about 4 days ago, so we're getting close to the end of this segment. That's pretty much it, isn't it? But yeah, 8 days, looking keen. Trials are over now. Yeah, guys, I think that wraps it up for the NRL. I'll see you guys next week. Comment NRL questions in the comments, as well as NBA and A-League if you'd like. But that is it for the NRL for this week. I can't wait for the season to kick off. Parramatta versus Bulldogs next Thursday. I'll be there, and I hope you guys will be there too. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys next Wednesday, unless you're watching the next part of the video. Okay, guys, let's get into the NBA. Let's speak about what is happening right now, because there has been some killer, and I'm talking killer upsets over the last 2 days. So, let's speak about the two. The big one, Knicks and the Rockets. And the Knicks won this one 125 to 123. I personally don't think the Trailblazers over the Magic was an upset. I think the Grizzlies over the Hawks was a bit of an upset. 88 points to 127. Trae Young's lowest scoring game in at least 7 games, I believe I read. He only scored 19 points, under 20. The Heat over the Bucks, a big win there, 105 to 89. I still think the Heat are the dark horse of the competition. I love watching the Heat play. Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, they've got a great team, great squad, and I think they can produce a lot. And Jimmy Butler's very determined to get that championship if he can. But let's talk about today. So, I picked the Spurs over the Hornets. They won by 1. I got that. I picked the Celtics over the Nets. This was forced into overtime. Okay. So, 120 to 129 over the Celtics. The Nets got the win here without Kyrie Irving, which is quite big there. The Timberwolves over the Pelicans, 139 to 134. The Timberwolves were classy and got the win there. I picked the Thunder over the Clippers, but the Clippers were too good, 109 to 94. But let's talk about this for a minute. Denver Nuggets, 100. Golden State Warriors, 116. Golden State Warriors were paying about $21 head-to-head to win, and to win by 11 plus was about I think it was $64 1 to 10, and I think it was very, very close to 200. If you got on that, good on ya. I would never have picked this ever. This is crazy. This is one of the biggest upsets of the year. The form that the Nuggets have been in has been pretty good. This is monumental. Anyway, Raptors and the Suns. 123 Raptors, 114 Suns. Lakers are playing at the moment. I was watching, but now I'm filming. Lakers are up by 12. 103 to 11 103 to 92, and that is the final game of the day. No, it's not. Sacramento Kings and the Wizards are down 105 to 111. So I've done pretty good in my tips today. The only ones I got wrong were the Clippers, the Timberwolves, and the Warriors. The rest of the and the Nets. No, I've done pretty shit. Okay, anyway, let's get into tomorrow's tips. So Bucks and Pacers. Pacers have been playing fairly well, getting a few wins together. They've also been struggling. I think Bucks will get them. Maybe by 8. I think it'll be a close game. Bucks to win. Cavaliers and the Celtics. I think the Celtics will be very angry that they lost in overtime, and I think they'll respond, and I think that they will beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. Pistons and Thunder. Again, like the Celtics, I think the Thunder will be very disappointed in themselves against the Clippers. I expected a bit more than them, a bit closer than that. I think Thunder will win by 11 plus. Nets and Grizzlies. Very tough game to pick here. I think Nets are favourites and deservedly so. I'm going to go Grizzlies here. I think Grizzlies have got enough to win this one. I'm going to go Grizzlies. I think. Hang on. Let me have a look. I had it. No, you know what? Nets have shown me enough. They can beat Celtics. I'll go Nets. We'll go Nets. We'll stick with that. Next game. Very interesting here. New York Knicks against Utah Jazz. Utah Jazz for me were like my dark horse at the start. They've really struggled as of late. And I think they're going to struggle in this game. I think the Knicks are going to get them. And the Knicks are at $3.50. $3.54. Very good price. I think the Knicks will win this game. Miami Heat against Orlando Magic. I think the Heat will get it done. I like what they're producing. Their confidence would be through the roof beating the Bucks, I think. And then finally we have Washington Wizards and Portland Trailblazers. I think Portland will win. Those tips there get you $14. Not too bad. But let's talk about a little multi and go with my prediction, because I've been going not too bad with these. So I'm going to go New York Knicks. I'm pretty confident that the New York Knicks will win. And I do think that there will be... We'll go 1 to 10. We'll go Knicks 1 to 10 at $4.45. That is the first leg of my multi. Then we'll go Oklahoma City 11 plus at $2.50. Or should we go? Yeah, we'll go 11 plus Oklahoma. That's already $11.16. This is already looking juicy, guys. I think the Heat will beat the Magic. I think Portland Trailblazers will have a field day on the Wizards. So I'm going to say... Shit, I don't mind the odds at $7. Portland 16 to 20, but that's too risky. I think they'll win by about 11 to 15. I'm going to go with Portland again, 11 plus. So Portland Trailblazers 11 plus. Oklahoma City Thunder 11 plus, and the Knicks to sneak in 1 to 10. Look, guys, $2 on that would bring you $49.36. Good luck. Please do gamble responsibly. What are your tips for the NBA tomorrow? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Do you think that the Lakers could choke here? Do you think that the Wizards could come back? Let me know in the comments, guys. Thanks for watching, and let's get into the A-League. Okay, guys, so let's get into the A-League. You know what? Before I get in the A-League, let's speak about Liverpool's loss in the Premier League. Liverpool, no losses this season up until now against Watford, 3-0. No one saw this coming. Wow. And in the FA Cup, so they weren't fielding their best players. Either were we. Chelsea, my team, beat Liverpool 2-0. What is happening to Liverpool? Do I think Liverpool will lose their next game of Premier League? No. If I was to tip, I would say Liverpool will beat Bournemouth, I would say Arsenal and West Ham could be a draw, maybe a 1-1 draw. I think Crystal Palace will beat Watford. I think it was a fluke win. And I don't know, relegation is a big call. I think Brighton will be relegated, as well as... originally I had Norwich City, but I don't know. They're probably going to finish last if they don't get a win against Sheffield United. But we'll wait and see. They are sitting in last right now behind Aston Villa. Okay, Brighton and Aston Villa. They're my two to get relegated. Yep. Sheffield United, Norwich. I'm going to go Sheffield United. Brighton against Wolves. Wolves are looking good, but I'm thinking it's Wolves or draw. I'm going to... This is a hard one. This is a really hard one. I think Wolves have a little bit of an advantage. Southampton and Newcastle. Southampton. Burnley and Tottenham. I think Tottenham will win that. Chelsea and Everton. Oh, well. I think Chelsea are looking the goods at the moment. Hopefully we can keep that form. We're just inconsistent. Man City versus Man United. I'm going to go 3-2 Man City. And Leicester versus Aston Villa. Leicester. So, Liverpool win. Arsenal West Ham draw. Crystal Palace win. Sheffield United win. The Wolves win. Southampton win. Tottenham win. Man City and Leicester. I like that draw. I like that $4.20 for Arsenal and West Ham to draw. I like that. Anyway, guys, let's speak about what happened on the weekend in regards to the A-League. So Newcastle Jets beat Perth Glory at home 2-1. Melbourne Victory beat Adelaide United, got back in the winner's circle after a while, 2-1. Western United flogged my Central Coast Mariners. I don't even give a shit about the Mariners anymore, to be honest. It's just the same old crap every year. 6 points to 2. Put in a fight, had a debut. Yeah, great, but it's the same old crap. Melbourne City and Brisbane. I said Melbourne win 4-0 and I ate my words, and BKR said that Brisbane will win to prove me wrong. But Melbourne got the win 1-0, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, this week, A-League. So, Brisbane Roar at home against the Wanderers. Well, the Wanderers beat... Hang on, where's the Wanderers beating Sydney FC there? It wasn't there. Okay. Anyway, it wasn't on Google. So it didn't happen. I'm going to go Brisbane Roar. I think the Wanderers are going to be very confident coming and beating Sydney. I think it's going to lead to cockiness, though. It's going to lead to errors. And I think Brisbane Roar will get them maybe 2-0. Adelaide United versus Western United. Adelaide's been in great form. Western United 6 goals last week. They're the away team, underdog. I'm going to go with Western United to win this game in a bit of an upset. Western United at $4.50 is not a bad price. Melbourne Victory versus Sydney FC. I think Sydney get back in the winner's circle. I think they win this one 3-1 to prove a point. And the Mariners and Wellington Phoenix at 4 o'clock on Sunday. I reckon Mariners will win this. I reckon Mariners 1-0. We lost 8-2 to them, 2 like last year, and I think we can beat them. I don't know, I've got a good feeling about this game at 360 as well. Come on, you Mariners. Melbourne City and Perth Glory. Perth at home. I think Perth will win, but I also think this really could be a draw. But so let's go with this. Let's go Brisbane Roar, Western United, Sydney FC, Mariners, and Perth and Melbourne. Very classy game there to be a draw. That's my predictions. What are your predictions? Let me know in the comments. Comment questions for the Q&A. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, guys. And yeah, guys, I'll see you guys in my next video.